Hi, Standard 7 and 8 pupils. I welcome you all to our science lesson. And our science lesson today is soil. Pupils, soil, we are going to do a kind of revision from class 5, 6, 7, and 8. So, what is soil, pupils? We say soil is the material covering the earth's surface where plants grow. Things which make up the soil, pupils, are called components of soil. I repeat, things that make up the soil are called soil components. What are some of the components of soil? Pupils, there are 5 main components of soil. These are mineral particles, living organisms, organic matter, or humus, water, and air. Components of soil are mineral particles, living organisms, organic matter, also known as humus, water, and pupils. We want to do an experiment investigating the presence of water in the soil. How can you know that soil contains water? For you to carry out this experiment, you require the following materials. You need a tin, you need source of heat, it can be a candle, you need some soil, you need cold lead. The procedure is as follows. Light the source of heat, place fresh soil in a container and cover it with a cold lid. Procedure number 3, place the container of soil above a source of heat, as you can observe from the experiment. This is now the setup. If you look on the experiment, we have a tin. Inside the tin we have soil. We have a source of heat. We have cold surface lid. If you heat the soil gently, you will see moisture or steam going up. As the moisture goes up, it strikes the cold surface lid, then water droplets are formed under a cold lid. Observation is that on heating the soil, water droplets are observed on the cold surface. The conclusion of this is that soil contains water. Pupils, we move to other experiment to investigate the presence of humus in the soil. You want to see, does soil contain humus? Requirements you need are as follows. you need a test tube or a container. You need a source of heat or candle. You need soil sample. Pupils, the procedure is that number 1, put some fresh garden soil in a test tube. Heat the soil strongly and observe what happens. Set up the experiment as shown. If you look at the experiment, we have the test tube, that is the glass container. We have soil sample inside the glass container. We have a source of heat. After you have heat the soil strongly, you will start seeing smoke coming out, and this smoke is combined with the bad smell. What does this bad smell mean? Those are the living things, living organisms in the soil, and they have decayed. As you heat, they start now producing the bad smell. Observation: smoke with a bad smell is produced after burning the soil in the test tube. This indicates that soil contains humus. Another name for humus, pupils, as I've said, is organic matter. Which is the third one, which is investigating the presence of air in the soil. Pupils, you want to see whether soil contains air. This one is very simple. You need the following materials. You need dry soil. You need a container. You need water. Steps to follow: put some dry soil in a glass container. Pour water in the soil. Then you observe. When I say you observe, you look. You will see bubbles coming out. Then the conclusion is air bubbles are observed. This indicates that soil contains air, because the air which was in the soil, after you have put some water, it is trying to escape. That's why you are able to see the water bubbles. Pupils, we move to another experiment, investigating the presence of living things in the soil. You want to see, does living things live in the soil? You need, for you to investigate this, you need to have a basin, lime water, a glass jar, and soil. Then the level of water, if you look at my setup, the level of water in the glass jar increases while that of water in the basin decreases. Pupils, this shows that there were living organisms which have used up part of the air. Then lime water will turn milky or white due to carbon dioxide. Then, due to carbon dioxide, then produced by small animals living in the soil. I repeat, lime water will turn milk or white. Why? Due to carbon dioxide produced by small animals living in the soil. As you know, pupils, animals breathe in oxygen. Yes. After breathing in oxygen, they breathe out carbon dioxide. So the carbon dioxide which is produced by animals make the lime water to turn milky or white. Pupils, we move to soil contains minerals, particles. This can be demonstrated when a sample of soil is spread on a flat surface. Shiny particles are observed. Pupils, the shiny particles prove that soil contains minerals. If you look at my setup, I have a cardboard, I have sampled soil, you can see shiny particles, meaning that soil contains minerals. Now, properties of soil. Yes, pupils, properties of soil. These are the physical properties of soil, such as capillarity, drainage, and texture. When you were in class 5, we talked about capillarity, whereby we said, what is capillarity? Capillarity is the ability of water to raise in soil. I repeat, capillarity, it is the raising up of water in the soil. For us to see or to find out how capillarity works, we need to have 3 test tubes. We need 3 types of soil samples, that is clay soil, loam soil, and sand soil. We need cotton wool, we need water, and we need a basin. Pupils, you put the cotton equal amount in the test tubes. You put same amount of soil in each test tube. Let us say test tube A, B, C. Then you place them in a basin with water. Then you observe. Pupils, if you observe keenly, soil C has the highest capillarity because more water has risen up, while soil B has the poorest capillarity. Yes, soil C is clay soil and B is sand soil. Pupils, therefore, clay soil has the best capillarity, while sand soil has poor capillarity. Pupils, loam soil has moderate capillarity. When you say moderate, you can use the word average. Pupils, let us now move to drainage. In class 5, I defined this. What is drainage? Drainage is the ability of water to pass through soil. What is drainage? Pupils, drainage is the ability of water to pass through soil. For us to check drainage or to investigate the drainage, for us to find out the drainage, we need 3 funnels, we need cotton wool, we need 3 samples of soil, we need water, lastly we need 3 containers for collecting water. Pupils, you have to put the cotton first, the cotton wool in each funnel. Then you put soil samples, that is clay, sand, and then loam soil. Then you put water, then you observe. Pupils, the size of soil particles determines the ability of water to pass through. Soil with large particles allow water to pass through them easily. Hence, it is said to have good drainage. Pupils, soil with small particles allow little water to pass through them. Hence, it is said to have poor drainage. For instance, in our experiment A, B, C, B is sand soil and C is loam soil. A is clay. Pupils, sand soil has good drainage while clay soil has poor drainage. I repeat, sand soil has good drainage while clay soil has poor drainage. Pupils, the ability of soil to hold water is usually improved by the adding of organic matter or humus content present in the soil. Pupils, soil with poor drainage, such as clay soil, are usually waterlogged. What do I mean by waterlogged? When it rains, water floats on clay soil. Pupils, soils with poor drainage, such as clay soil, are usually waterlogged, meaning when it rains, does not allow water to pass through because of their poorest in drainage. This may lead to flooding in such areas because you hear that Nyando area, Budalangi area, they experience floods every year. Why? Because most of the soils there, they are clay soil. As that fact, after it rains, the water does not penetrate, the water does not drain through the soil easily, they end up flooding. Pupils, up to that point, we have come to the end of our lesson today. I want you to listen to the lesson properly because this is a revision. You know what soil entails because we have talked about the investigating of humus in the soil, investigating air in the soil. We have looked on capillarity, we have looked on drainage, we have looked on water in the soil. Mind you, make sure you know the components of soil. Whereby I've said the components of soil, these are the things that are contained in the soil. such as mineral particles, living organisms, organic matter, also known as humus, water, and air. For you to know that these things are present in the soil, that is mineral particles, living organisms, organic matter, or humus, you must do some experiments to illustrate that. Until next time, I wish you a good day. Inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.